To be equal, no disguise needed, a voice that finds reason to multiply people in the...
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Going back to their AFL days in the 1960s, the Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. N.G.K. Hardman, 38 yards. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. score, and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
What now?
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. But for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And that play stopped behind the line by a corner. Trent McDuffie getting in there.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. to throw his car. He'll look downfield for Waller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, N.G.K comes on to punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On 1st down, Mahomes. That went into the hands of Toney downfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they try.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Carr. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Carr's throw caught by Adams. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run with Bolden. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. And he's taken down, a Chief sack. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here comes Tony on the return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes it to Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Colin Saunders drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that's complete to Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, that's kind of one of those we saw developing and had interception written on it from the second that ball left his hand.
And if you're going to throw a floater like that, it really only works if you're leading a tight end on a flag route or something to the corner of the end zone. If you're going to throw a ball like that to the sideline, you're just giving the defender way too much time to make a read on it, step in, and make the play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. A desperation heave for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shut.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, I but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.